actors often assume, I think, that directors know exactly what they're talking about, and although that might well be the case, it's also possible that they aren't specifically clear about the problem they need to fix. Because that's what directors do. They fix problems so that if you've just delivered them the perfect performance in rehearsal, then they're not going to give you any notes. They're going to say, great, let's shoot it. So if they're giving you notes, there's something that they feel they want to improve, and it might be that that's a tiny thing, or it might be that it's quite a big thing, but either way, they're going to have to explain it to you. And if the explanation you're getting is not clear, then you need to find a way to deal with that. And that's why I'm giving you another smart question to ask your director or casting director in this 24th Talking Acting for 2022. So directors quite probably have clearly identified what the problem is, but they haven't necessarily identified what the fix is. And therefore, their explanations might well be a little bit woolly or complicated and a bit confusing for you, the actor. So here's a really smart question to ask that can help you resolve the problem. And the question is, what do you see has happened by the end of the scene? Because endings of scenes are really important, aren't they? The ending of the scene is surely the moment that has moved the story forward to a point where the audience can see that something has changed for the protagonist or is threatening them and therefore about to change for the protagonist. There has to be some point to the scene because that's why we're doing it. So if the director explains what they see has happened by the end of the scene, then two things emerge from that. Firstly, it should become clear to you what the main issue is that you're dealing with in the scene. And secondly, it's giving you a guide as to where to start at the beginning of the scene, because if you want the end of the scene to get to this point, then surely you've got to start almost in an opposite position so that the journey through the scene takes you to the end point. Otherwise, the scene will just go up and down in the spot or flat line, and there's got to be a development, something happening that's going to carry the scene forward and have it make a point. So it's a really simple but really smart question, because it is sometimes that neither the actor or the director are clear about what's happening at the ending. And that simple question, what do you see has happened at the end of the scene, by the end of the scene, is a really good question to ask, and it can deliver you a really clear choice to make so that you can set out to practically address what the director feels the problem is in the scene. Once you've got a clear path, then you can make clear choices about what you need to put in place to deliver that. Simple questions should give you simple answers. That's the smart question for this Talking Acting, and I'll be talking acting again same time next week. Cheers. If you have a question about this unique approach to acting process, you can email me, richard@rehearsalroom.com. Make a booking for a free 30-minute chat. or download the ebook. It's free too.